Hello, and welcome back to the Tiny Artist TV Color Palette Challenge live streams. Today is day 5 of the live streams, and I'm doing character number 55. And if you can't tell by either my getup or, well, you can't see it now, but the notes on my screen here, I'm going to be doing another Candy Girl. Also, shout out to Sweet Bits. The beret and the sweater are both from Sweet Bits. Not sponsored. I don't know if I need to say obviously, but and the earrings are from Stay Gorge Plugs on Etsy. So if you like cute dangly plugs for your stretched ears, they have some. Frilly Feline also has some, but I'm not wearing those today. So yes, I thought it would be fun to dress accordingly, but without further ado, let's get into the drawing. As usual, I will be setting 15 minutes for my sketch and 15 minutes for my line art, and then whatever remaining time I have for the drawing. Now for this one, I do have a pretty strong idea of what I want her overall aesthetic to look like. The color palette name is Berries and Cream. So even though it's Berries and Cream, this color palette said Banana Split to me, which is why on the bottom here it says Banana Split Candy Girl. So yes, let me go ahead and reset my timer because it started without me activating it. Okay, let's go. And first things first, I'm actually going to go ahead and combine some of these extra layers because I forgot to do that before I started the stream. Yes, get all of my reference layers combined. Put those under here so that they can be kind of out of the way. Yeah, right off the bat, with my references here in the bottom, you can kind of see the energy that I'm trying to bring to this character. With this being in mind, Banana Split, I figured this is a character who either likes to do the splits or is just very limber. I love this JoJo pose down here. And then I also had in my mind that she would have double swords, split swords, if you will, because all the Candy Girls have some sort of weapon. And of course, her swords are going to be bananas, because what's a banana split without the bananas? So that's just kind of her whole aesthetic. My problem is I love all of these poses. They all have that same type of energy that I'm trying to exude for this character, but I think I am going to go with this one just to get the general outfit of the character, but I might do some sketches off stream with these poses as well, just to kind of show different angles of the same character. But for now, I'm going to focus on this one right here. So she has, I think I actually need to get my canvas just a little bit bigger. So, give myself just a little more room. I'll move these over. And I've once again labeled my references as well with what I was able to find. Like this one, I did a reverse search and it came back with 3 different Instagram accounts that obviously weren't either the photographer or the model. I found this on Pinterest, which that's a danger zone to try to find any original source of anything on Pinterest. But yeah, one, it led to several different Instagram accounts, led to different the products that she's wearing, the pants and the shirt and everything. So these 2 I was unable to find the original source, but I did my best. So this one, the model is not Anadaki, the photographer is Anadaki, and she has a whole series of, it was like fall winter looks from 2019. So this is where the photo, you can find this photo series. And then this particular pose, an unnamed model from Fashion Factor, Fashion House collection, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so that hip needs to go back a little more. This is a really, like, really extreme. Okay. That's what makes it fun. Is that it feels like bodies shouldn't be able to move in this way. The shoulder needs to come back. Head is resting like in the crook. That's gonna take a little bit of work. I actually think I do want this to be up a little bit more because this arm is going to be holding a sword. So there's going to be one sword on her hip going this way, and then the other one she's going to be holding it and it's going to be going down. So her arm would be up a little bit more to counterbalance the weight versus just being able to sort of hang loose. Once again, I need to turn off my notifications, apparently. Okay. Notifications off, alarm on. With this sort of Betty Boop swirl in the front. I don't know that I've done an ice cream themed. Oh, I did, but she wasn't part of the Candy Girls lineup. So the color palette I did, number 11, which was the first in the Heroes and Villains. She was a strawberry ice cream themed girl, but she wasn't part of the Candy Girls. So they're kind of a separate thing in my mind. The other one just happened to be ice cream themed. Let's see, so the jacket is gonna go like this. The Heroes and Villains were based on different types of fashion, and I think hers was supposed to be like a candy decora, if I'm not mistaken. Lines aren't going to be that rough because it's fuzzy, so I need a little more texture and a little less definition. And I will do that. Do I want to do this all linered or do I want to do some painted things? Because if I do painted things, I know which brush I'm going to use to make the texture of this jacket. Because if I do this in all liner, I'm going to have to draw that fur texture. And that's going to take a lot of time. I mean, I might be able to get it done quickly. Decisions, decisions. In the meantime, I still have, I don't know, 6.5 minutes to get the sketch finished. I haven't even drawn the other leg yet. Alright, so the knees are here, so she's gonna bend. I don't know that I want her wearing heels. This is just... It does make the pose more reasonable. If she's like already on her tiptoes, maybe what I'll do... Because she's wearing leggings. Should I give her... I feel like I give a lot of my Candy girls like either boots or like platform combat shoes. But the boots work with the attitude. It's got this sort of like Kill Bill thing going for it, which is all things I'm mentally referencing as far as the overall attitude of this particular character. Let me get the hip harness. Make that this type of situation. A little bit thinner. So even though bananas are kind of chunky, I want this sword to be just a little... There we go. What to do with the boots? Just seems right to make them like thigh highs for some reason. And this, her face would actually be possibly partially obscured by the puffy collar. So here and here, you can see a little bit of the fur coming here, but the rest of it's going to fall back. It's going to have a lining, so it's going to be a different texture here. The layers I'm thinking, so this is of course going to be cherry detail. I'm going to use this for her hair. I might use both of these colors for her hair just so that it's not like all white. And then as far as, well, this is the banana, so strawberry, pistachio, vanilla for the ice cream flavors, and then everything else is just gonna have like little sprinkle decorations. The hair, I wanted to do, let's see, and give her big cherry earrings. And a big cherry bracelet. Sort of like a swirly twin tails, but as I was thinking about it, that's what I did for the other one. So maybe I'll do sort of like a high, sleek pony. Kind of like a icy situation from Winx Club, if you're familiar with that series. Okay, so this is the pinky. I need a different color. I'm starting to lose the plot a little bit here. I've got 30 seconds left. She's holding the sword, so it's going like this. So, oh, this is really uncomfortable. No! Okay, well, I guess I gotta get started on the line art. Wish me luck. I did spend some of my sketch time talking about, like, not sketching. I wasted some of my sketch time, let's be honest. I'm gonna use a blue for the line art. Like a faded ballpoint ink blue. Ooh, and that's the wrong brush. I'm gonna go back to the Sino pen for this one. And yeah, I have it set to 7. I don't know why, but like I feel rusty. Maybe because I only have a partial sketch to work with. This pen just feels... Maybe I need to make it bigger? I've got to finish my sketch. I cannot start on the lines yet. This stream might end up going a little bit longer. We'll see. Well, usually once I get my sketch figured out, my lines can go pretty quickly. I just need that time. I didn't even finish sketching out what the swords actually look like. So it's banana peel, banana peel. Trying to avoid this looking too phallic, but it's a banana, so it's kind of, it's going to be hard to avoid. not redrawing the pose. I love the pose. Maybe this one can be like ice cream scoop for the guard. A little bit of handle, and then cherry on top. So I can refine that, and then this one can be the banana. Crisis averted. Because that's going to curl back up over her hand like this. This needs to be more centered. More like this. Yeah, that's better. And so then this hilt is going, I don't know how much of it you would actually see. Not the hilt, the holster, sheath, whatever. Holsters are for guns, sheaths are for swords. So this one being empty at her other hip, and it's going like this. Kind of narrows down to a point. Like this. Yeah, that's cool. Now the hair, because there's so much going in this direction, if I do the hair going this way... See, the thing with the twin tails is that I could balance out where everything is going. But this is so over here. I think having all of this weighted over here gives it what it needs. Okay. Figure out the face. Couple more cherry motifs. The shirt is just gonna kind of be a swirl pattern. I will figure out how to do that with the ripple effect. I actually have... I might use one of my velvet background presets to do the shirt and then just paint over that. Okay, I think I'm actually ready to start the line art now. Oofa. So let me restart the timer. So I ended up spending about 20-ish minutes on the sketch instead of 15. Looking very cute so far. I've done like only the hair, but I have a more solidified vision of where the line art is actually headed. I want her earrings to be obscenely huge, like just absolutely cartoony. His ear would actually... I don't know that you would be able to see that ear. I don't think you can see it on the model. I mean, maybe because her hair is slicked back, but yeah, no, it's like right on the side, so you can't see the ear very well, but you would be able to see the earring, which needs to start here. I'm going to erase this so I can get the curl going back around the earring. This is the color of the jacket. I guess I am doing full line art. So got layer 1, which is going to be strawberry. Layer 2, which is going to be pistachio, and the bottom layer is going to be vanilla. It'll have the highest amount of contrast with the skin tone that I'm planning for this character. So this is the sleeve. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess that'll, let me see. So this is a strawberry, pistachio, vanilla, strawberry. So this will be green, or no, I can make the cuffs white. There's no rules about that. It's my jacket. So yeah, the bottom section here, this is all going to be white. This is going to be a little bit of green here. I'm going to split that. Oh, we have one viewer. Hello. Okay. Let's get the shirt. I'm going around the torso. Top of the leggings. Hi. He's supposed to be at work, but thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Guess it's a slow day today. It is Friday. Maybe people have kind of checked out. So he does IT support for Piedmont Health, and so usually the busiest days are Mondays, when people need password resets because they've had a long weekend and have forgotten their password or didn't check an email that was sent before 5 o'clock on Friday. So Fridays are usually a little more chill. But he always seems to find downtime, whether it's to pop in and say hey. Like literally, he's in the next room from my office. Yep, confirmed. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this part. Oh, thank you. Erase. I'm gonna build this up, kind of like what I did with the Tanuki sketch. I'm gonna build this up and then cut these back out like this, and then I will color those back in. So she's got kind of a waffle cone thing going with her hair, but it's the wraps, these cherry barrettes that are coming off of her ponytail, which they kind of are a fighting hazard. But she's skilled enough to not get hit in the face by them anymore. Matter of fact, they kind of act as a secondary weapon, or a tertiary, I suppose. She has no eyebrows. I do not want to give her a 5 head. So, which means this needs to start down here somewhere. It'd be cute if I gave her like a heart-shaped part. There we go. So now this can come from here, and this can be slipped back like this. That makes a little more sense. You get the idea. Okay, so we've already discussed the ear is hidden from that side of the face, or from that particular angle. Let's get this second sleeve. Poof. Five. Oh, this has more. This has. So I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. The cuff comes just above the wrist. This is going to lift a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's not sketched out that way, but I can get it to work spatially to be the same amount of puff. And then you've got the collar, not the collar, the cuffs, the puff cuffs. And those are going to come around like this. Cherry bracelets going. I want to finish this character on stream. You know what? It's Friday. I'm going to go a little bit longer. And I need to really look at this hand. This sketch is not very finite on where I have the fingers placed. Just got the palm should go here. I have it's sort of separated a little bit, so it's slightly different than what the model is doing. But this is the back of the hand. This is flat. So yes, this should be the top of the finger. And then I had the pinky going kind of like this. Watching me draw hands in real time. Oh boy. Normally in my edited videos, I kind of show you the first couple of drafts, unless I can somehow get it in one. And then I skip all the other attempts because hands are still Let me sketch this out better. So the palm is flat with the leg. It goes back. The problem is that I'm making the finger too straight. Yeah, that's the end of the line art time. We're gonna disregard the timer, and I'm just gonna draw. So this is the back of the knuckle. So this is knuckle number 1, 2, 3. That looks too realistic. So the middle finger should be the longest finger, and it is going almost all the way to the edge of her pants there. Trying to indicate that she's lifting that finger, but it cannot be longer than the middle finger. Maybe she doesn't need to. She does need all of them for balance and support. This is just gonna be a bad hand. No. I need to figure this out. I'm just going to move my reference a little bit closer. Put it here. Ah, someone else has joined in. Hello. Sorry if you've been waiting long to greet me. I'm kind of like in the zone trying to figure out how to do this hand right now. And I thought I had it. And then I went to do the line art and quickly realized I did not, in fact, have it. Maybe the wrist is too far away. Because the wrist is here, which means this would be right here. But that makes her arm like freakishly long. Then her shoulder needs to drop. Because it needs to be down here. So this is going to be the first 1, 2, 3. Got 3 at the elbow, and then 2 on the forearm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wrist is here. So yes, the palm can be here. And it's going... This is the heel of the palm, the fat of the palm. And the fingers are going in an arc this way. I think this is already... But the bottom of the palm needs to line up with the bottom of the hand here. That's the problem I'm having. That's why it looks so off kilter. No. I can't finish this drawing if I don't have the other hand positioned. I need to just move on and come back to this later. I refuse to let today be a bad art day. I am too cute and I am too excited about this character to have a bad art day. It's just this hand is being a little booty. Move on to the other one. At least I know that that one will work out fine. Yeah, her arm still seems way too long. It needs to drop behind the jacket, which is weird because before I put the jacket on, it looked, everything was proportional. So what happened? Yeah, her shoulder's not going to drop here. It's going to drop here. Yeah, so you're only going to see a little bit of the puff from the arm of the jacket. So I need to make sure that this is readable. I need to make this the arm in shadow when I get to the coloring. But her arm is back that far. So if we follow this, the shoulder would be here. So it would be just a little more to the left. Just a teensy beensy bit. Like here. It still doesn't look great. I'm going to leave it where it was. I'm going to move on to the rest of the liner and I'll come back to this problem area at the end. Banana sword. Get the palm of the thumb. And the guard, or the rest of the guard. Seems a little wide for the pommel and grip. Especially since the blade is so narrow, it doesn't need to be this heavy. But I'm going for a cartoony effect, so that might be okay. I'm gonna put more banana peel bits behind. There we go. So that's gonna be dark yellow in the back. Just kind of center this. Boom. One and done. I'm so glad I captured that live. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do that. This is actually, so it's going to go behind. It's going to go in front. So now we have our secondary ice cream sword. The buckles are going to be purely for aesthetic. The side buckles, they are not functional. I just like to draw buckles on things. Strap. There's going to be a little bit of tension here where it's pulling. bottom of the belt. Now I'm having trouble making the simplest lines. There we go. Erase that back out. Couple more cherry bubbles just to have another place for the red to land. It's probably going to end up being like Raven's belt, but I don't care because it's not going to be like golden ruby. It's going to be a very pastel, like chalky red. Let's get the leg. Move this. It's been an hour, which means I'll only have an hour for, well, I said I was going to go longer. I might go 2.5 hours this time. For the most part, I've actually been cutting my streams off just shy of 2 hours, and it's not even truly a fully 2 hours of drawing on the back end and on the front end because I spend a couple minutes doing the intro. So that's usually about a minute or two where I'm not actually drawing. And then there's the planning phase where I'm not drawing, but that is part of my 15 minutes. Do a waffle cone. And it's gonna look kind of weird because the ice cream dollop scoop is upside down. But it'll be fine. It's fine. And I can make some ice cream texture with the coloring. Do some dark spots and then erase back out. This should be a little bit flatter. And this needs to move down actually, or just make it more even because it's not centered. I need the same amount of ice cream on both sides. And this needs to go up. Okay. Some of that I'll just do in color with the white and the pink. Oh, I just had a thought. The leggings are supposed to be... I can still make the leggings black. It's what I did for the Candy Decor, my little Batgirl with her lollipop scythe. I gave her black as an offset color because these will still be the main colors. Tall banana boots. These are going to be yellow. What I might do, I kind of want to make them a brighter yellow than what I have, and then use this as the highlight, potentially. Or if I use it as the main color, using a darker yellow, I want them to look like leather, like shiny. But these two colors next to each other, it's not going to push that effect enough. So I need a darker yellow to help me out. Back to this leg. So far, yeah, I'm glad I went with the JoJo pose because this is, I think it's pretty cool. You know, it'd be even cooler is if I could get this hand to cooperate. So, do I need to just completely erase this part of the sketch, go back to my reference, and just redo the arm? But I feel like I've kind of already done that by just repositioning it in the first place. Because this is back of the shoulder. We'll get a little extra puff going here so you can see it's a different layer of the jacket. And it goes down. The shape that's created by her arm, is this the same shape as the shape that the model is creating? This fanned out shape here between the waist, the bottom of the arm, and then the swoop of the arm. So maybe I need to, yeah, that's what I'll do. So I need to make sure that I can differentiate between, well, I can, but stylistically, visually, there needs to be a hard difference between the bottom of this coat and where the arm is behind the side panels of the jacket. So if I make this bottom the same banana leather, if I can get this line to cooperate, but if I make it the same banana leather that the boots are made out of, then that'll give me another like visual tie-in to help the design flow. So now this is a hard stop between the bottom of this jacket and the arm behind the side panels. This still all looks like it's one part. Should I move this to be just more straight down? Yeah, that looks better. That looks a little more obvious that it's not the arm. So the elbow, the waist is here, so the elbow is here. She just has a really long forearm. Yeah, everything's lining up where it needs to go. I guess she just has one really long, like it's not, it's proportional. But her wrist ends here. So I either need to push her shoulders back or push this leg up, but that's going to knock her off balance. I think I got it. Just need somewhere to put the thumb. The thumb can go behind. She can be gripping her leg for balance instead of resting it on top. This fingernail doesn't want to cooperate. Just having all kinds of little problems. But it's okay. Alright, so I'm at an hour and 9 minutes. I think I've finally figured out the hand. It might still be just a teeny bit wonky because the wrist ends here. So this is the heel of the palm. So there's only 2 segments instead of 3 segments. Resting on the leg. I shouldn't have messed with that. Why did I do that? I get her nails up here then. Unless that's the new fashion, only have one hand done up. You have one hand for fashion, one hand for function. This is going to be going into her palm. This is going to be coming out like this. Okay, if I take the sketch off, and I know I haven't done the ponytail yet, if I take the sketch off, oh, that hand is still bothering me. This hand is going to show up in my nightmares. Just like from the first time I read Coraline, that stupid hand, this hand is going to be that part 2. See, this is forearm, this is wrist. Back of hand. Maybe I can have her kind of doing like a hand on the hip, but like hand on the back of the leg. That still looks cool. Because this hand isn't doing anything other than just resting on the leg anyway. And now it's small. I just want to make sure. Let me go back to my sketch layer. So this is where the shoulders are lining up. Here and here. So I'm just going to duplicate this line and move it down here to make sure that the arms are the same length. It's going to be a little bit longer because it's in the front, and it needs to line up with the waist, because this part pretty much lines up with where your waistline is. So if her waist is here, it needs to come all the way down here. So this is how long the forearm is. Or not the forearm, this part of your arm, the bicep. Here we go. So then this, in theory, should be the same length as this back here. So if it lines up, everything is where it's supposed to be. No, I wanted to copy paste. There we go. And it is the same length. Oh my goodness. This is driving me nuts. This is driving me absolutely bananas. No pun intended. So yes, this is where the wrist needs to be. At the end of this ball, because these are the same length. So the wrist starts here. The hand goes here. I'm gonna be so mad if this ends up basically just being where I had the first hand drawn, but now I know for a fact that this is where everything needs to be. So this is the butt of the hand. So this is section 1, 2, 3. And the thumb, we're not going to worry about the thumb, but we've got, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Holy moly. Okay. How does this look? That looks right. Let me turn my reference on. Yeah, her fingers are a little more spread than the model's are, but that's fine. I got the hand where it needs to go. Oh, that was a journey that I do not wish to take again anytime soon. Get that out of here. We're gonna fix this because that lines up like this. There's actually going to be some kind of wrinkles here where the knuckle is flexing. I don't know that the style necessarily dictates that much realism because this is a more cartoony execution. Yeah, that's kind of distracting. I'm just going to leave it smooth. Smooth but bent. I'm overthinking it. I just need to draw what's there. the knuckles line up with the leg. Still isn't quite right. Back to the drawing board. Literally. Yep, pinky's fine. This needs to go more down because it's the pressure. So the fingers appear more flat. I know this part of the stream is going to be really, really boring, and I'm sorry. I really just want to figure this out. I will be cutting this part out of the VOD, so you don't have to worry about me spending 30 minutes trying to draw one hand. I think I'm just gonna let it be weird. I've been defeated. The differentiation is gonna have to happen in the coloring phase, most likely. 1, 2, 3. The third knuckle. But it's all falling where it needs to. Why does it look so weird? I've measured and remeasured and copied and pasted, and it still just looks wrong. What I'm gonna end up doing, I'll just have to fix it off stream and include the finished version in the video. But for now, we've got to move on. I just don't understand why it still looks so flat. Not only am I using my reference, but like I said, I've measured and remeasured, and the knuckles are all in the right place. Is it because the thumb isn't there? But the thumb makes it look even worse. Hmm. I think I'm going to end up doing this as a solid piece, even though I have the line art. I'm going to get rid of the line art for the hair, potentially. I'm visualizing it and I like the idea of it. Oh, I haven't finished the other scabbard. That's the word I'm looking for. The knot holster. Oh, doggies. Yeah, this experience is going to, when I do the final review of the last 60, it's 15, 55, the last set of these characters, maybe my brain will just block this experience out, but I highly doubt it. Okay. The hand is passable. I might still fuss with it after the stream is over, but I can work with it and not have it frustrate me to the ends of the earth anymore. I'm going to move this over. I'm gonna move this over. So it's a little more central. I think eventually I'll see if I want to trim a little bit of this down. Let's see. I'm going to bring in my references first. Just so I don't cut those off when I change the canvas size. This needs to come back over here anyway. Okay. Change this to 18. Okay. Turn this back off. Oh, now I can finally get started with the colors. That took too long. Where's the gap? I have this set to reference. Where's the gap? I guess it would be green. I keep thinking that I'll just clean this up later off camera. No, I'm live. This is happening. This is happening live. Of course, I can cut this part of the footage out. After all is said and done, pink, green. Okay, this has already been greened. This is red, all of the red. Does that have, okay, that does have a little bit of spillage. I thought I was catching a gap there. Yeah, this is a pastel banana. This is like barely yellow. This is like Laffy Taffy soaked in water for 24 hours kind of yellow. Yeah, it's more of a vanilla bean than truly a banana type color, but this is the inspiration I had, so this is what I'm going with. And I still like it. It's just very much like more of an ecru or an eggshell. So, or an off-white, an old white. What time is it? 10:58. That's great. That gives me plenty of time in the rest of my day, because I don't have anything else planned today. So that gives me time in the rest of my day to finalize any little bits and pieces on this that I might need to. I think aside from the hand, this is going to be a finished design at the end of maybe 2.5 hours. Alright, banana boots. Because I have 30 minutes. If I'm ending it at 2 hours, I have 30 minutes right now. Yeah, I'll make this green. I'll make this green. Or should I make it pink? Green, I like the green better. I can make the cone yellow. Let me do this as a fill edit. The area scaling is too high on that. It's better. And I guess I can make the swords pink steel. Oh my goodness, no. Okay, there we go. Pink steel, banana bubblegum sword. What color am I gonna make the scabbards? I guess maybe I can make those red with like a sprinkle detail. Add some multicolor to it. And maybe this one will be red. And I'll make this one pink to match the sword that goes with it. And both of them can have sprinkles on them. The shirt is going to be a base of green, just like the model. But that's mostly because the first layer of this jacket is pink and I don't want the pink on pink. Now at this point you may be wondering, well, what color is her skin going to be? I'd like you to take a look at this character and take a good, long, deep look in your heart and assess what color I'm going to make this character. Just take a wild guess. Put it down in the comments even, what you thought this character's skin tone is going to end up being. Just for that, you know what, I'm going to wait until the very end of coloring everything else for you to see if you guessed correctly what skin tone this character is going to end up having. I can make this pink too. Have you guessed yet? Because it's almost time for the grand reveal. After I finish doing these little cherries, this little shine here. I'll get to this one in a minute. Because if you haven't guessed, I'll just say this before I pick the color. Can't have a banana split without chocolate. That's all I'll say about that. So I do want to pick a more pastel shade, just so it isn't so harsh against these colors here, but she's still going to be very obviously of a darker skin tone. A little more pastel. That's better. And then I'll need to go back in and make the palm lighter. Maybe, let's see, what's the main base for these? So a little... There we go. It was still just a little too saturated to properly match. But that's it. That's, yep. Getting back on track. The hand was just a little hiccup in the grand scheme of things. banana. This is palm. So that needs to be this color. Go up the side. And this was going to be the darker yellow, because this is the back side of the banana sword. I can put a bright yellow highlight. Yes, now it looks more like a banana, not just some weird pale thing. And I don't want any of y'all making comments saying, why does the black lady have bananas? Is that a commentary? Do you see me? Why would I do that? I know not all skin folk are kinfolk, but that is not what's happening here. I just figured that this skin tone would look the best with this character design because, again, banana sundae, chocolate, you get it. Now, for the most part, those of you who do comment are not ignorant. Let's say that. So I'm not expecting it. I'm just getting ahead of it in case this video finds its way outside of my intended audience. Because sometimes YouTube just throws this stuff to the four winds and it lands in places where you never thought it even should have been. I want to add an additional layer to do some fun little swoopy bits. Of course, you can't see it on this part of the coat. Well, you'll be able to see it once I add shading. I'll get rid of it here. And I kind of like it coming over the sword here. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to get rid of a little bit. And then I'm going to paint this in just a little more free. Oh, that's my sign pen. I need... Okay. And then what I'll do is I will highlight this area and add in the fun little swirls that were drawn in initially, kind of as placeholders. So it's going to be pink. Little strawberry stripe. And then a pistachio stripe here. And then one coming over here. So I'll do a couple of little, it's kind of hard to see. without the lines, the additional lines helping it. Now it's time to do some makeup. I'm gonna clean up this coat, clean up the lips. Cherry lip gloss, and we'll make this shiny. Let's see. Let's do green eyeshadow with white highlights and pink freckles. And white eyebrows that I might need to do on this layer so you can actually see them. Okay, let's do thin pin. Pink freckles. Clean up this coat. I'm noticing so many little bits that are just still crumbly, still crumb coaty. Where am I sitting at? Hour 49. Yeah, this is going to take me 2.5 hours. Not a big deal. Still going to get cut down to like a 20-minute video. They've been running about... The first one was 10-11 minutes because I didn't have any of the live audio. With the latest ones, I've been able to preserve some of my like notes from the live audio, so those have been a little bit longer. So yeah, about 20 to 25 minutes. That's still a quarter of the stream's runtime. It's not too bad if I do say so myself, and a lot more bite-sized. There's less obligation to watch the whole thing. If it's a more traditional video, it's kind of easier to just kind of bop around, whereas with the live stream, if you skip ahead, you're like, oh, what did I miss? But yeah. Freckles. Blush in this color is going to be a bad idea, so we're not going to do that. Oh, you know what? Sprinkle freckles. Just taking ideas from my other character. The sprinkle freckles were cute, so I need a third layer over the line art. I guess a fourth layer, whatever. So this is the hair. Yeah, let's outline it in white. Or if I'm doing the colors, I'll outline it in the blue. Keep it consistent. I'll do that after I clean this area. Good grief. Thinking, wonder if I need to change the background color so I can tell, or I can better see where the gaps actually are. Oh, I forgot to color in her bracelet. How could I forget that? This thing caused me so much distress. At least this area of the picture that caused me so much distress. The lining of the coat. I'll make that pink. What color should I make the buckles? Yellow? Sure. And then I can make the, this part pink. Okay, now the boots, they're not gonna have this yellow. It's gonna be, yeah, more like this. Still pastel, but not so off that it's off-putting. Putting, not pudding. So this will help it look more like leather. I get a high shine on there, like so. Oh, that's, you can hardly see that. This is why I knew the yellow and the white next to each other wouldn't work. Even in like, yeah, that's, you cannot see that. So this will be fine, as is with the boots. Make this red. Which means, yeah, that highlight isn't gonna work on the bottom of the coat either, but at the very least I can take this color and add some saturated shadows here and here. Now, do I want to do what I'm doing right now? Not necessarily, but am I going to? Yes, because it adds dimension. Pays off. But it is very tedious. Especially with so much of it. The jacket is a third of this character. I didn't finish the face. I got distracted. I was supposed to make a layer for the sprinkles and finish the sprinkles. Oh, too much. Oh, what I could do. That's duh. Make it easier for yourself when you can. To differentiate this just a little bit more, so we'll just do this and then sort of clean this up. That's much better. Now you can see the fluff and stuff. And so I've given myself 30 extra minutes. I'm now sitting at 2 hours and 3 minutes. I have about 27 minutes left. I need to put some gas in the tank. I need to get this going. I feel like I'm kind of hitting a trance-like state. Like I could easily work on this for another hour, another full hour, but I know that no one's gonna watch a 3-hour drawing stream where I'm mostly being quiet. So what's gonna happen, I probably am gonna have to actually fully finish this off stream, but I'll do as much as I can in 2.5 hours. And then again, just show you the finished version in the VOD recap that will be posted later today. The VOD recap from yesterday should be going up at 12, and then the one from today I'll put up around 5 or 6, depending on when I finish editing. Did I say VOD recap? I meant stream recap. Anyway, you guys know what I mean. Or maybe you don't. There's your clarification. I am going to go ahead and turn the chat overlay off, just because I don't think anyone else is going to be popping in. Okay. This may seem kind of obvious, but it's so much easier to interact with the space when there's actually people in the space. It's kind of exhausting to keep trying to hold conversation with myself. But this also lets me more easily edit the aftermath, because any spaces where I'm just quiet like this, I'll either just cut the footage out or speed it up so that you can just see the drawing, which is what most people who are popping in, it's what they're here for. But there's also sometimes where I'll cut out my thoughts or comments because they're not fully part of the drawing in such a way that like I feel it's necessary to leave it in. So it'll be a little treat for those of you who actually watch the live streams, which of course are still available on my YouTube channel under the live tab. But of course you won't be able to interact with them live. That's the main difference. Do this. Okay, so you can see the shadow. Looking very stylish. Now, something I did notice about having chat on screen and then just doing the full screen, when I'm looking at my screen right now, the main screen looks way fuzzy, but when I have chat and it's more condensed, it looks a lot more clean. So I guess I'll have to see if that tracks in the playback. Let's see, I've got 20 minutes. Let me stop messing around and get these sprinkles done. I'll do them on the cuffs of the coat, on the nose. Let's start with pink. As I said, I was going to start with pink freckles. I might do a little bit of glitter on the eyeshadow. Okay, pink sprinkles on the cuffs. I'm going to make those bigger. Just kind of randomly place them. Here's the other cuff. It's all the way up here. So I'll do some in green and some in... No, just green. No need to be yellow. Just pink and green. And then on the scabbard, there's not going to be too much because the scabbard is already red. I won't know. It's just that finding out is time consuming, so if it doesn't work, I will have wasted whatever amount of time this is taking. But I do like it. I thought it was going to be too busy, but it breaks up the red in a nice way. And it more so brings home Banana Split. Let's get some shading on that hair. And then a little bit in the back. Ooh, I'll do it as, I need to do it as a multiply. I'm going to push this green just so that it's really noticeable. Because right now it still looks a little pale. Yeah, this is a little messy. I'm just trying to get the idea out there. Oh, now it is too dark. The one down here is fine. I'll just break that up a little bit. Oh, now it looks like ribbon. Just have to trust the layer. This is going to be, it's going to have pink swirl. And yellow. How noticeable is that? Because those colors are very close together. From back here. From back here it blurs a little bit. I'm going to use a pink that's not quite as grayed out. I'm going to push this color back in. Because the brush that I was using to do this blended a little bit, which is, I wanted it to blend, but not as much as it did. So now I gotta go back in and clean that up. That looks better. Her eyes still have no color in them. What in the world? I'm going to use the yellow though. I'll just make her eyes black so you can actually see them. $2.18. Just do a little bit of shading on the belt and then a little bit of shading on the skin, then I think we'll call it a day. Maybe. Probably spoke too soon. Let's see. And the scabbard. That needs some definition. Let's take this red. All right. A little bit of definition on the ice cream here. Get some of that texture. And zoom in. Oh yeah, that's mad messy. I want this to be... Where's white? Where's white? Or like a shiny ice cream, but still has some of the dips and dives that a scoop would have. All right. Just shy of 2.5 hours. If I hadn't spent 30 minutes on that hand, I definitely could have had this finished in 2 hours standard time, but sometimes that's the way it goes. So that is the end of this stream. I will see you guys in the next one. So I'll be streaming tomorrow. I will not be streaming on Sunday. So yes, I'll see you next time. Have a weird day. This is always the most awkward part of the stream, when I can't get it to end the way